Hello, everyone. So glad to see you.
Yes, thank you.
Solomon, you want to go ahead
Yeah,
and introduce yourself?
thank you. So, hi everyone. Thank you so much. This is very interesting. So, my name is Solomon Odero. I am a Rotary Peace Fellow, Chulalongkorn University 2020, and I am a Kenyan and I'm a peace builder at the grassroots level. And with my colleague here, I will let her introduce herself. Thank
Thanks,
you.
Solomon. I'm Katherine Hughes-Fraitekh, and I was also at the Chulalongkorn Bangkok program with the Rotary Peace Fellow. I was really lucky to have Solomon in my class. We have a number of people that we've gotten really close to and worked together over the years, so that's really cool. I've worked on peace building now 30 plus years and in a number of various ways: public diplomacy, international development, peace processes. And most recently, I co-founded with two other Rotary Peace Fellows from Chulalongkorn an organization called Solidarity 2020 and Beyond, which is an international network based in about 80 countries, mainly in the global south, that have activists and change makers and peace builders who are very grassroots and who work together across regions and across issues. So that's a little bit about me. I'm actually going to start with the first question that I have for Solomon. Right now, Solomon, you have almost $170,000 that's been pledged for a global grant. As a board member of Day Africa, which is the organization that you founded and that's part of the grant, I know that it's taken us a good 4 years to get to this place, that you've done so much work at the local level with local host committees and international host committees. So I just wanted to ask you a little bit about how you see that rolling out, how the local will become more national and global, and how working at the grassroots in an area that has a lot of vulnerability and need, you've figured out how to do that locally because of your own experience and expertise, but also what you may be looking about connecting it to the more global situation.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Catherine, for that question. It's very interesting. Yeah, you remember we met at Chulalongkorn University in 2020, and
Yes.
from that time we have been really good. We have been having a very good connection with Catherine, and Catherine accepted to be in our board, and right now she is the acting board chair. That is something amazing, and with that kind of connection, I can tell you that at Day Africa, where I am the founder and the executive director of Day Africa, we are really building something great at the local level. And Catherine has talked about the global grant. Yes, and this global grant just didn't come from the blues. How did it come? The peace building activities that we have been putting small blocks little by little from every time that started way back in 2014 to 2017 to 2018 until we met in 2020. When I went back to the country, Kenya, we continued with the work of peace building. And with connections from the local clubs, with the work, the staff that I have, we've been building stronger blocks all together, all the way. And starting in 2022, 2023, we started working on a global grant. Something amazing you mentioned about. So we are doing a 169,000 US dollars to be precise. This work is going to build more peace at the community level. We are ensuring that women we are working with who are facing a lot of challenges with gender-based violence, women who are out of sex trafficking and so on and so forth, are supported with this kind of a grant. So it has been the effort of the local work that have done with the local people, including the non-violence actions that we have been working on. And this is building slowly by slowly. And now we have more than 10 clubs in the United States working together to put this local, this global grant. This is moving from the local to the international with several districts. I know District 5100 in the United States, District 6780, where our Rotary members have been very, very supportive. So this is what we call building smaller action at the grassroots to the international levels. People like Jim Roxlow.
Yes, yes.
His district is giving us a whole 30,000 plus
Thank you,
in the
Tennessee.
DDF. So that is from Tennessee, and this is what we call the real building. So yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Catherine.
Yeah.
And I will
thank you,
just turn that
Solomon.
question back to you, Catherine.
Sure, sure.
You have worked with Solidarity 2020 and beyond, and I know this thing was started way back in 2020, and it was just after the we had ability to work with other peace fellows. I know Vedran from
And
Croatia
Morita.
and Marita from Italy. Tell us more how that
Yeah.
small thing has now grown, because I hear you work in more than 70 countries globally.
Yeah.
How possible is
So
that?
yeah, and so Marita actually from Finland, but and then I wanted to mention Nora too, so we don't
Yeah,
forget
sure.
Nora,
Yeah,
who
Nora.
is also part of Solomon's board, who we also met at Chula. She was another Peace Fellow. She's from Canada but lives in Switzerland now, and so she's been another key person that we've connected with. And Andy Stone, who's working on the Mekong as well, and he's with us at this conference, and he's another close colleague that's really helped us along the way. I think with the local global connection, we've talked a lot about the fact that there's an existential polycrisis right now in the world. And so there are things like international law is being challenged around the world and collapsing in some places. The SDGs, which are looking at development around the world, that's actually going backwards after COVID. And we were actually at Chulalongkorn when COVID hit, so we ended up having to go back to our home countries quickly. So that's a whole nother area of work. There are wars, there are genocides going on. There's climate crisis. There's AI now that no one quite knows where that's going. It's out of control. So what we're finding is if we work at the grassroots with groups, and as you said, it's over 70 countries around the world, with very seasoned peacemakers, change makers who are well trained, very strategic in what kind of tactics, analyzing power imbalances, which are a lot of times what's blocking peace building moving forward or actually collapsing it, that at the local level, they have the local wisdom, they know what needs to be done, they know what people will work on and what they'll risk themselves and their voluntary time for. But if you don't have a connection to the national and then the international level with these major international issues, we're really not going to be using our people power well. We're not leveraging both the local wisdom with the international. So at Solidarity 2020 Beyond, we've been able to partner with Rotary Peace Fellows. We have Fikiri from Burundi, who went to Makerere University. We have Nasser and Arnab, who were at Chulalongkorn. He's from Pakistan and India. We have Alba from Venezuela, who's actually here with us at this conference. So there are a lot of Rotary Peace Fellows involved. We've also been able to get Rotaractors involved in Kenya, where we have some projects. And so they work with us with Solidarity on an International Peace Day that they work on. And I know, Solomon, you have a lot of connections with Rotaractors as well.
Yes.
We know the youth is the future. We know without them, we're going to go nowhere. So I'm going to turn it back to you and just ask a little bit about, you know, with the Rotarians, we're here at this conference. We went to the Birmingham conference where they connected Rotary Peace Fellows and Rotarian. Jim Roxlow was really key there. We met Chuck Pugh, who is with us here doing a session. So we've built all these really key relationships, including a group called Mutually Assured Survival that I'll mention a little bit more coming up. But they're another Rotarian group that we're working with that's looking at anti-war, anti-militarization, along with positive peace. So with all of those people that we're finding in this huge network that's increasing, how are you finding, if we had to ask the Rotarians here, how they could best help us, what they could do to really move our work forward as Peace Fellows? What do you think you'd say?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Catherine, for wonderful work that you've really been doing across the globe and with Rotary Peace Fellows and other people in the those who are not in the Peace Fellowship program, but you can still reach out to those people. And I like what you already mentioned about the Rotaractors, which we are working with very closely in Kenya as well. So based on the thing, I know we've come here and we've had an opportunity to work together, and we had a very good session, a breakout session where we really talked about what we do at the grassroots. And with that, we want to tell Rotarians we have already seen the kind of work that you're doing. We know that you really want to work with us in a very good way, and we appreciate clubs like the Rotary Club of Portland, where Danielle Banks is. Danielle Banks is a past district governor in that district. They have come very strongly. And when we went to Birmingham, we were able to meet so many other Rotarians. And meeting those Rotarians, they were able to support in very little ways that they were able to. And so we are calling upon Rotarians with goodwill. We know that you have been already doing some good thing in the community, and that is really perfect. And so as Peace Fellows, we are calling upon you to even do more better, because every step that you are making, every stone that you have, if you turn it, it will turn the life of somebody at the community. And we have seen girls who are very vulnerable, those who have gone through sexual gender-based violence, those who have been through sex trafficking, those who are in dire poverty, like those I'm working with in Kibera Informal Settlement in Nairobi, those who are facing issues to be with sex for fish. Imagine somebody selling her body just to get fish and sell. That is something which is very, very sad, which we cannot have. So Rotarians can partner with us, join us, and with little contributions that you have, send to us through the Rotary Peace Fellows, like what we have done with Al Jubit's Foundation. Al Jubit Foundation has really helped us, and he's really helped us, like bringing us all here together. And so such kind of work will ensure that the work of Peace Fellows is seen across the globe. And so we have the capacity to do the work, we have the ability, we have the tools that is needed to continue this work and even to make it better. So we're calling upon Rotarians to just work with us directly, or even form within district clubs. We can work small things, and I say one step at a time brings the change that we want to see in the world.
As Solomon, you just made me, think again about all the work you personally have actually done on the ground with all the different local host clubs. We have an international host with Dennis. Leslie Brunker, who's been another great supporter, is here at this conference and has been attending our sessions, supporting us continually.
Yes.
And as you said, the global grants are not easy. One thing that I would ask Rotary and Rotarians to do, if they could, is to try to streamline the process a little bit more, because for those of us really doing work at the grassroots, not large organizations, not groups that have big staff to do grants, it's not easy to really go through that process and jump through the loops. We know that it needs to be there for transparency and accountability, but I think there would be ways that we could ask them, Rotary Foundation International, to maybe streamline it a bit more. And we know even the Rotarians sometimes are challenged with it. I love your idea, as you said, the district can always match grants. And so I would say it's not just about resources and funding, but if Rotary clubs could support our work, could fund projects with Rotary Peace Fellows and match it with the district.
Correct.
Then sometimes we can add on to projects, do some peace training, do some other things that we actually couldn't do, and it would take much harder to get a global grant. So that's one thing that I'm thinking about that I could actually ask for help with. I think the other thing that we're even finding at this conference was there's someone in our session who stood up and said, we'd be looking for Rotary Peace Fellows. We don't know where to find them. We want to work with them. And we were able to say, there's a big table over there. There are 30 of us here that Jubitz has helped get here, the Jubitz Foundation. However, we need to be better known.
Yes.
We need to get the word out there. Our Rotary Peace Fellow Alumni Association is working to do that, but we need other Rotarians to spread the word. You have actually invested in us a lot of funds around the world. There are now almost 2,000 of us that are alum, and the more that you can have us talk in your clubs, talk about our experience. We're now professional peace builders. We're doing this work around the world in a number of different areas, and to bring us in, to partner with your clubs, to get more education about what we do, what we're involved in, to partner with us, to think about really creative ways to change the world together. I know that you've had a number of Rotarians coming and visiting the Day Africa program, which the Global Grant is going to be based on. So there's so many ways to engage, both with funding and resources, which we need, but just with ideas and support and meetings and learning from us. So I know that we just have a few more minutes here together, but any other things that you would like to talk about as far as kind of scaling up the project, having a model that we could share with others.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about?
Okay, thank you so much, Catherine. Something that is very important that I really need to work and talk about is that when we work together with vision, we create lasting impacts. And one thing I have learned is that small impacts here and there, small connections and small collaborations can really grow to be big. I will give you an example. As Day Africa, we have been implementing programs that have been replicated into other countries. For example, Jason is one of us here. He's a Peace Fellow. He visited us at Day Africa in Kenya in 2018, and we created and collaborated on a project which was funded by NOREC. You see, from Rotary, we can be able to get to other partners. And NOREC has been a very good partner for us. And they have created the same replica of the program we have been doing in Kenya into South Africa. There's another gentleman called Cedric. Cedric, I learned about Cedric from Catherine. So the connections. And Cedric has also replicated the same model that we are doing in Kenya into Uganda. So this is something which is very amazing. And lastly, last year we had about 19 countries going all the way to Dominica and talk about non-violence, talk about community empowerment, talk about agriculture and so on and so forth. And from that kind of a connection, right now, Catherine has already created some lasting partnerships. And therefore, we can create lasting partnership when we work together. And I want just Catherine to tell us something little about the kind of connections that after I visited Dominica, she was able to get that. So how is the model of non-violence being built across, and especially when you talk about the Dominican thing? Yes. Catherine.
So basically, as Solomon said, through his connections, he was able to connect us with a project that's in Dominica, and it's an anti-mining project because the government's trying to bring in a big mine and they're not following environmental procedures or regular procedures that would normally be in place. And there's an indigenous community as well as an Afro-Dominica group that's really being impacted by this. Their water, their mountains, they have a lot of nature. So with Solomon's connection, we've been able to meet several times with their team. We've been able to do training on synergizing peace building and nonviolent action, which is the key to really create sustainable change at the grassroots systems change. And they now, we're excited, are going to be able to send a representative, Janelle. She'll be meeting me in one day after I leave the conference in Massachusetts, and she'll be part of this other conference there around nonviolence and change at the University of Massachusetts, where we'll be Solidarity presenting 20 different sessions, 30 of our members around the world. Many of them are Rotary Peace Fellows about their work and what they're doing. And so thanks to you, Solomon, we're able to coach, mentor them, and now we have them on their way with their local wisdom and dedication, but with some more skills that they might not have had.
Wow.
So
Thank you.
So
that is very great.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Catherine, for the wonderful work that you've been doing. And to our audience, we really want to thank you for having time to listen to us. Maybe, Catherine, you have one parting shot that you can call for Rotarians and those who are watching us across the world. Something, just a parting shot for this session.
I would just say that, again, with all these poly crises, local is global and global is local. And Rotary is global. Rotary is international. We see with these international conferences and our Peace Fellows around the world. So we have a chance to really come together to create some goals, some visions, some shared values and plans, and really make a difference. So that's what excites me about being part of the Rotary family.
Thank you so
How about you?
Yeah, thank you. I will say that partnership is the solutions to the problems we are facing. Without the partnership, we cannot build strong change that we want to see in the community. And because of those partnerships that we have created with the Rotary Peace Fellows, with the partnership with the Rotarians and other organizations, we know that we are creating lasting change, and that is what we want to do. So come partner with us, work with the Rotarians, Rotary Peace Fellows across the globe, and create the peace that we want to see in the world. That peace starts with you, and you can do it now. Thank you.
Love it.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks so much.